Getting all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here in the What a Juice channel, and welcome to a gameplay trailer reaction. That is right. I wasn't even going to do this. I wasn't really planning on doing the Madden 25 gameplay trailer reaction, but then I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I focused a lot on college football. We did a lot of college football coverage earlier this month and stuff, and last month, so I figured, you know what? Even though I'm not as excited for Madden 25 to come out that I am for, comparative to the excitement that I have for the new college football game coming out, I'm still going to cover it because I still want to play Madden. I still want it to be a good game. I still hope that it is a good game. So we're going to react to the Madden 25 trailer and hope that it's good because I have not seen it yet. So we hope that it is a good trailer. Now, obviously, EA Sports is known for making their trailers overly good looking, and then the end product in the actual game is not good at all. So we got to keep our expectations very, very low. That's what you always do. I always say this. You got to keep your expectations very low so that when stuff bad happens, you're not let down. But when stuff good happens, when good stuff happens, then you get overly excited because you didn't expect that to happen. So I'm going to keep my expectations super, super low for this trailer, as I always do when Madden comes around, the new Madden comes around. And we're going to go into this with an open mind. I'm not going to be angry at it yet. I'm not going to write it off just yet. I'm going to let it rock. We're going to let it cook and see what happens. So if you go and enjoy this video, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and subscribe to the channel because I've been looking at my analytics and I noticed that 80% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. 80%. That's kind of crazy. So why don't you do me a favor and click that subscribe button? It'll do you a favor too because it's free. You get a lot of me. You get a lot more me. I upload every single day. So if you like me, that's just even more me. So click that subscribe button. Join the Juice Club. It's a good time. But let's get into this Madden 25 reveal trailer. I don't know what we're gonna see. Like I said, I have not seen this yet, and I'm excited, but I'm like I said, I'm keeping my expectations very, very low for what I'm gonna witness in this. But let's get into it. All right, I got the headphones on, and we are ready to go. The Madden 25 official reveal trailer. This is on EA Sports' YouTube page, so let's get into it. It's about a minute and a half long. Like I said, I have no idea what to expect, so let's just watch. I'm going to play it all the way through one time, and then we'll go back and we'll talk about some things after. And then, at the end of the video, I want to go through some of the discussions they had on their blog post. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
This is Field Sense, powered by Boom Tech. Authentic one-on-one impacts fueled by physics. But Field Sense isn't just Boom Tech.
Now you see me, now you do.
It's spectacular new grabs.
Hold up, wait, stop.
And more control across the field, so you can combo killer new hezzies with wicked new jukes.
Stop.
And elusive new ball carrier mechanics.
Okay, I gotta give it all I got.
It's time to buckle your chin straps and lower your shoulders, so you can dominate in franchise mode with the top new rookies and fresh playbooks.
Look at me go.
Because nothing hits like Madden.
We on a roll. Look at me go.
All right. All right. So we got some things to discuss. I noticed a bunch of stuff in that trailer. So let's go back to the very beginning, because the first thing they showed I want to talk about. So here we go. The kickoff to the Steelers. That's Justin Fields. This is Justin Fields. Now I know there was rumors. There was rumors going around Pittsburgh saying that Justin Fields is such a dynamic athlete that they wanted to get him on the field regardless of him playing quarterback, because obviously they have Russell Wilson as well. So they wanted to find a way to get him on the field, and they discussed possibly making him a kick returner or a punt returner, some sort of specialist. That's a bad idea. Justin Fields is unbelievably athletic. Unbelievably athletic. Great runner of the football. But you put him out on kick returns, and you're not gonna have a backup quarterback for very much longer. He's gonna get hurt. He was getting hurt running the football as a quarterback. He wasn't staying healthy. So you want to put him out on kick returns? That's not a very good idea. But in the game, this is very intriguing. So does this mean that we now have the option to put positional players that aren't wide receivers or corners or safeties or running backs at kick return? Can I put an offensive lineman at kick returner? Is that going to be possible? Are they allowing customization at the depth charts? Because that's what I get from this. Because Justin Fields is a quarterback as far as I know. So the fact that you've got a quarterback out on kick return opens up, in my mind, possibilities for putting different positions at the kick returner that normally wouldn't be there. Can I put Myles Garrett at kick returner? Can I put Christian Barmore at kick returner? Can I put what kind of position? Or is it just going to be like quarterbacks? Can I put Patrick Mahomes at kick return? I want to know these things. Lamar Jackson, that'd be pretty fun. That's a fun video right there if we're allowed to do that. So that's the first thing I'm curious about, is maybe it's only going to be specific to Justin Fields, or maybe it's going to be specific to quarterbacks that have that type of archetype, the scrambler type quarterbacks, so like Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, probably even Russell Wilson a little bit. But quarterbacks of that ilk, are we going to be able to do that? Or maybe this is just for show in the game. Maybe it's not even going to be possible, and they're just showing us this because it was a big rumor going around the league for a little bit. So then we move across. It looks like, who's wearing number 84? Is that Cordell Patterson on this? I didn't realize he was on the Steelers. Then we got Bijan. He gets the handoff there, and he takes it. I will give them credit. They always do a good job. EA Sports always does a good job with their trailers. They always make the game look very, very good. Am I on the highest quality here? Because it doesn't look like I am. Let me get into 4K here for a second. There we go. Okay, so they always do a very, very good job in their stuff. But then we get to boom tech. We get to a little bit of boom tech. Now, I'm not really sure how boom tech is going to work. I know they've explained it and stuff. I don't know how it's going to work in-game. It sounds all fine and dandy when you're talking about it on paper. But when you actually get into the gameplay, how is it going to work? Are we going to have glitchy animations? Are we going to have annoying broken tackles that shouldn't have been broken? Are we going to have all kind, like, what's going to happen with boom tech? Is it going to be disgustingly broken, or is it going to be actually useful? I don't know. We can't answer that until we actually get our hands on the game. But then we've got authentic data-driven impacts. So I'm assuming they've taken data from actual real-life games to show, like, how hard was this player hitting? How fast was he running when he made contact? All that kind of stuff. And they're going to implement that, in theory, into the game. Physics-based tackling. They've talked about physics-based tackling, I feel like, for 10 years now. And it's always sucked. The biggest thing that I noticed here was right here. Dominate the trenches. So they said that they're going to have enhanced AI offensive line, blocking logic. One of my biggest criticisms with Madden over the past 5-6 years has been I don't even know how to put this nicely, the unbearably bad, the ungodly blocking attempts from, or lack thereof, of the offensive line logic. Some of the times it feels like you don't even have an offensive line out on the field. That's how fast the defense gets to you as the quarterback. So if this is even 25% true, I will be somewhat happy. Because the logic that the offensive line has had in Madden the past 5-6 years has been just horrendous. It has been so bad. I've talked about it so many different times in so many different videos. You guys are probably tired of me talking about it, but it has just been unbelievable how bad it is. So this is promising, but they've said this for like 5 or 6 years how it was going to be fixed. And it hasn't been fixed. So we'll see. And I guarantee you, this catch is not in the game. I guarantee you this catch is in the... You know the meme where people have been going around on the last year's trailer for Madden, and they've been... You know that Patrick Mahomes throw where he's falling to the ground and he throws it as he's like basically horizontal, and he's like parallel with the field. He's like throwing it. He's full body extended, but he still throws it. That... Nobody has ever seen that animation in the game. I guarantee you this animation is not in the game, this Justin Jefferson one-handed catch. It's just to hype up the trailer and to make people excited about the new physics and stuff. There's no way this catch is in the game. This is way too crazy of a catch. I know Justin Jefferson can do this catch in real life, and other receivers probably can do this catch in real life. There's no way this catch... When I see this catch in the game is when I'll believe it. But until I see that catch in the game, this actual animation, I'm not going to believe this catch is in the game. So, don't get too crazy about this catch, because I don't believe it. This is a nice little... This has been in the game for a while, the little toe drag swag at the sidelines, dragging the toes. That's been in the game for a while. Branching animation combos. This could get a little... This is where we enter dicey territory right here, because especially for competitive. This is where we get a little crazy, because if you got like a 99 overall God Squad team and you've got like a crazy golden 99 legend running back or something on competitive, on Ultimate Team or something, and you're going crazy with the animations, you put a couple abilities on them, I worry about the combinations of animations you can put together if you're good enough online. I worry about that. So I don't play online, but I do know that the online competitive community is a high priority for Madden. So I'm worried about this a little bit, because this is dangerous territory right here with the combinations. Then we get into this little stutter step, little hezzy. That's pretty good. Lamar Jackson bouncing off of Justin Reed's tackles. I've had that happen in previous Maddens where the quarterback doesn't go down. So I'm a little worried about that too. Maybe I just got to get better. That's always a possibility. And then I've also had running backs just bounce off every single tackle too, like what Nick Chubb was doing in the trailer. And I love the fact that they made Isaiah Pacheco run like he runs in real life. I think that's hilarious. He just like stomps the ground and stuff. I do like that they made him run like that. So that's pretty fun. This is where we get crazy. Roger Goodell is in the game. It says that they've got their franchise mode recharged. We will go into that in the blog post after we get done with this trailer. But this is exciting, because I think this isn't Superstar mode. This is actual franchise. I think they've added in a draft night in franchise instead of just clicking a button and going through simulating picks and not having any really immersion into it, and you're just like getting through it and all that kind of stuff. I think they've actually added where a couple of players, I don't know how many players, I'm assuming maybe the top 5 or something, maybe the top 3, they come out, certainly the number 1 pick, maybe it's just the number 1 pick, who knows, but they come out and they will hold the jersey and hug Roger Goodell. So they've actually added in a draft night thing in franchise. Now I'm assuming they've carried this over and adapted it to Superstar as well, because why wouldn't they? But this is really, really promising. How is it going to... Are we going to get tired of it after one time seeing it through? You run the risk of that, but I'm excited for it, at least at the beginning, because this is actually pretty cool. And then you got the fresh presentation. I did see that they add... This is kind of a bad picture of Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry about that, buddy. There we go, Roma Dunze. So, what was I saying? I lost my track, or my train of thought. What was I saying? I don't remember. Who cares? Fresh presentation, authentic rookie head scans. I have seen the leaked pictures of some of the rookies, some of the quarterbacks at least. They look a little spotty, including that Jaden Daniels one. It doesn't look as good as it could be. Roma Dunze's looks pretty solid here. I've seen Bo Nix. Bo Nix's face scan looks a little weird. His eyes are like bug-eyed. Maybe they're going to adjust that or something, or maybe that was fake leak. I don't know. It just looked a little unsettling when he looked like he was shocked to be drafted by the Denver Broncos, basically. So this Rome Odunze one looks fairly good. It does look good. And it says it has authentic rookie head scans. I'm assuming it's only the rookie head scans for like the first round or maybe some of the top players of the draft. Not every round. They never do every round. So unless you have like a crazy breakout season, then they get like Puka. So then they get you in the game. More plays. I did see that they added in new playbooks, dynamic new playbooks. This is huge because for the past 5 years, Madden has been, at least in franchise mode, has been dominated by playbooks. Kansas City, Dallas, Baltimore, Buffalo, all these playbooks, especially Kansas City and Dallas. All of these playbooks are the go-tos. They're the meta. If you want to have a good season, you give your team the Kansas City playbook, or you give the Dallas defensive playbooks, or whatever it may be, and then you know you're going to be good because the Kansas City playbook is way overpowered because it's got Patrick Mahomes, it's got Travis Kelce, all that kind of stuff. And you know that your tight end in the Kansas City playbook is going to dominate the league in a couple of years because he's in that Travis Kelce role. So if you have like I even did a video on this specifically. If you have I took, what's the dude from Notre Dame, the tight end, that plays for the Panthers, Tommy Tremble. I took him and I made an example of it. I said, I can make this player, any player really, an X factor in a couple of seasons. And I did. He ended up becoming an X factor. He ended up becoming a stud tight end in the league, one of the best tight ends in the league, all because he was in the Kansas City playbook. So those playbooks have been absolutely glitchy, absolutely running the franchise mode. So this is promising. Like I said, maybe the way that they phrase this is very important because maybe they just made it so that the playbooks aren't as overpowered, but maybe they switched it to like a couple other teams because maybe the Packers have been good recently, the Lions have been good recently, the Niners, all of these teams that have been good recently that have been on the come up, maybe not the Niners, but maybe they just moved it so that Kansas City's not so overpowered, but all these other playbooks are going to be overpowered. I don't know. Maybe they changed it and they completely wiped everything. I doubt it, but you never know. Like I said, we have to find out when we get our hands on the game in August. Then you've got new playbooks still. You got more ways to play. So hot route updates is very cool because you've had the same kind of updates or the same kind of hot routes for just forever. Like you've never had any different hot routes really. Maybe they add one every once in a while. I don't know why they blurred the buttons. It doesn't make any sense why they blurred the buttons, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then you got Christian McCaffrey because he's the cover athlete getting the final little showing. Boye Mafe gets destroyed for Seattle, and then he goes into the end zone and he scores a touchdown. All right, so that is the trailer. It looks good, but I say that every single year about the Madden trailer, and then we get the actual game, and we realize how bad it actually is. So I'm hoping and praying, crossing the fingers, that it is not a bad game, but you never know. You really know. How is Boom Tech going to work? How are there going to be glitchy animations? How are the playbooks going to be adjusted? Is franchise mode actually going to be overhauled and actually going to be very good and immersive? Is Ultimate Team going to be crazy? I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm excited for it. And I do have the pre-order of both of the games. I did do the MVP bundle. It hurt my wallet, but I did do the MVP bundle, so I have both the pre-orders for Madden 25 and for College Football 25 deluxe editions for both. So you will see the 3-day early access for both games on July 16th and on August 13th. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. And I'm especially excited for college football. But now let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the actual deep dive blog and talk about franchise mode a little bit more before we end the video. Okay, so here we are. We are on the EA official website in the Madden franchise blog, and we are going to talk about some things here. I don't know what is going to be, but I'm excited. So we've got ourselves Franchise Recharged. Franchise takes it to the next level with a rebuilt NFL Draft Night featuring Roger Goodell. Featuring team and rookie records. Ooh, I like that. That's kind of cool. I'll see what specifically that means. New environments, personalized storylines. Personalized storylines can be a little weird, especially they can get a little boring after a while if they're not like cycled and refreshed. More ways to customize your NFL teams. I did see that Team Builder was back, or Create a Team was back. So that's huge. That's really, really huge, especially for the modding community. A fresh Super Bowl celebration experience is about time. We've had the same one for like 3 or 4 years now. Franchise Central. Ooh, Franchise Central with simplified league creation tools and more information at your fingertips so you can drive your franchise to victory. Experience these updates to franchise on PS5, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so Franchise Central, I wonder if that's going to be like the new hub, like the new home screen for franchise, where you have more tools, easy to access, easy to maneuver, all that kind of stuff. I hope that's the case. I'm excited about the Super Bowl celebration because we need a new one. Very excited about the customize your team and all that kind of stuff because we haven't really had that much customization when it comes to creating a new team in a long time. That's why I had to move to modding so that we could get a little bit more customization, even though it still is very limited. Experiential storytelling. I'm very curious about this because this is risky territory right here. This could get very boring and very monotonous very quickly if they're not done right. New narratives shape personalized storylines across franchise and Superstar on all the consoles. In franchise, manage player personalities, convince star players to sign contract extensions. That's good. Define the team culture. Could get crazy. That could get a little risky. Improve your roster in the offseason workouts. Stay informed with priority messages and breaking news. And build a legacy through choices that teammates and coaches remember. That's big. That they remember the team. So you could like promise one of your young players that is a budding superstar, you're going to promise him that in a couple years he's going to be, or like this season he's going to be a stud, then you don't follow up on that, they're going to remember that, and then maybe when you go to re-sign that player, they don't really want to come back because you lied to them. So that could be crucial for franchise. In Superstar, immerse yourself in new stories from the NFL draft to the Super Bowl presser, with every performance, quest, and decision influencing your unique player journey along the way. Now, the problem that I have with Superstar, and the reason why it doesn't work, it doesn't go long term, because, and it's not really replayable, it's because after the first season, there's nothing left. It's just like you're playing a franchise and you're only player locking your one player, your created player. That's basically what it is, because all the storylines go away, all of the cutscenes, all of that good stuff that you want in the reason you play career mode for the cutscenes and for that kind of stuff, the immersion factor like that, those all go away. So if those aren't going to go away, and those are going to be down the line until like we get done with the career, and they're always there, you always have cutscenes, you always have that kind of stuff, then you've got me there with the career mode. Now, obviously, I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to play through it and see how it is, but I don't have high hopes because it becomes a one-player career mode after that, one-player franchise where you only control your own player and you have no control over the rest of the team, but there's no other animations, anything like that. At least that's how it's been the past couple of years. Is that how it's going to be this time? I have no idea. I worry that it is going to be like that, though. A reimagined presentation. I like this. This is what I'm talking about. Gillette Stadium with the big light tower, the lighthouse. Love to see that. That should be a picture for everyone. That should be the cover right there. That should be Madden 25's cover. A new era of presentation across modes introduced fresh and authentic NFL sights, sounds, and stories that look, feel, and sound different. I did see that they added more announcing teams, so we won't have Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin. We'll still have them, but there's more announcers, which is nice because even though I don't play, or you guys don't really hear the announcers that much in my gameplay, it's still nice to know that there's different ones. Because Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin have been the announce team for, I think, 6 years now, maybe 7 years. I remember when they were first getting added in, and it was like, oh, yes, they finally added it so that we don't have, like, Jim Nance and what's-his-face, the quarterback. I forget his name. You know who I'm talking about. The old Phil Simms. I don't know why I forgot his name for a second. They were the announce team on Madden for a long time, and then they brought in Charles Davis and Brandon Gaudin, and we're like, oh, that's huge. But now it's been the same thing. Charles Davis, I'm pretty sure, doesn't even record new lines. I'm pretty sure they just copy and paste his lines from past editions of Madden, and they just bring it back in, because he doesn't say anything new, basically. So we've got new pregame montages. I like that. In Superstar and Ultimate Team. Focus on more your players and their storylines. That's intriguing. Re-energized environments and camera angles bring an upgraded perspective from kickoff to Super Bowl celebration. One huge criticism people have had, including me, with the game of Madden is how the stadium just feels barren. Yes, there's bodies in the stands, but it doesn't really do anything. Like, you don't really get that immersion factor with the crowd noise and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you have the momentum meter where the crowd gets all loud and shaky and it gets the screen shaky, but that kind of feels artificial. It doesn't really feel like the crowd's actually making noise. So hopefully they've fixed that. And I know that was a criticism that I had, or a concern that I had with the new college football game, but it looks like they've actually focused on that and they've made the atmosphere a big part of college football, which is what it is in real life. So it's interesting to see they've actually focused on that to an extent. We'll see how it looks in game. Then we've got new broadcast teams and commentary added commentary add to the most immersive audio experience in the history of the game. That's promising. I like that. Commentary teams play-by-play never sounded so good. 2 new teams joined the booth to accompany Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis for the first time in it's been 8 years. I even shorted it a little bit. I said 6 or 7. So we get Greg Olsen, Mike Tirico, and Brock Heward, and Kate Scott. So I'm assuming she's the sideline person. So that's intriguing. So is it going to be all 3 of these guys plus her? And then you got 2 different teams? Or are they going to, is it combinations? Can you get Brandon Gaudin and Brock Heward? Can you get Mike Tirico and Charles Davis? Or Brandon Gaudin and Greg Olsen? Are they going to have different combinations? Or is it just these 3 plus Kate Scott on one commentary game, and then just Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on the other? I don't know. Probably that, but you never know. They're here to bring your experience to life with over 35,000 fresh recordings. Okay, they say 35,000 fresh recordings. I'll believe it when I see it. Let's get to gameplay really quickly, so we can talk about the boom tech and all that kind of stuff. I'm very concerned about boom tech. I don't know how it's going to work. Is it going to be glitchy? I hope it's not, but I'm very worried about it. Physics-based tackling, cut loose and attack the ball with powerful hit sticks, cut sticks, trucks, dives, and stiff arms with more control and realism than ever. I like the sound of it. All sounds nice on paper. How is it going to work in game? A new data-driven physics system considers timing, momentum, weight, speed, strength, and player ratings to inform one-on-one ball carry impact for a wider variety of explosive and authentic physical outcomes. Okay. So it looks like weight, speed, strength, and player ratings are going to matter a little bit more than they have in the past. But then again, an NFL defensive tackle or defensive lineman is more than just how big they are or how fast they are. There's technique, and there's all this there's mental stuff. There's all this kind of stuff that I know is very hard to transcend into or transfer into a video game. I'm excited for this, but I'm cautious about this. This could be a little crazy. A reloaded hit stick. I like this. The Micah Parsons face scan looks pretty solid. Bring power in every phase of the game. The re-engineered hit stick uses a timing-based mechanic to provide harder hitting control determined by your angle of impact, stick skill, and accuracy for cut sticks. Well, that's not good. I don't have very good stick skill. Big hits and trucks with more realistic physical movements and results. That sounds good. Like I keep saying, it's the tagline of this video. We'll see it in the game when we get our hands on the game. Ball carrier balance. Run the rock with confidence and command. A new ball carrier balance and recovery system gives you control to absorb a big hit, break the tackle, and recover your balance based on the quality of the hit and the ratings of the players involved. It seems like they're really putting ratings heavily into this, which is good. That's what, if you're playing franchise, that's the whole point. You don't want franchise to, if you're playing every single game, you don't want how good you are necessarily to impact the game. If that's the case, you're just going to blow out every team 60-0. But if you start with a team that's bad, and let's say you have a middle linebacker who's got 80 speed, he's not the fastest linebacker in the world, but he's got good awareness, and he's got good hit power, basically. And you're trying to tackle Christian McCaffrey. So it's saying that based on the ratings of the player involved, which McCaffrey's going to be a 99, and then your player, let's say your player's an 84 or something, your linebacker. So it looks like, depending on the way that you hit, the angle you take to hit McCaffrey with this 84 overall linebacker, because he doesn't have a lot of speed, McCaffrey's going to get there before the linebacker does. So McCaffrey's going to initiate the hit. So I'm assuming that he's going to break that tackle almost every single time. But if you have a linebacker that's a 94 or a 95, and he's got like 90 speed or 92 speed, he's going to get there a lot sooner than McCaffrey would in the hole, and maybe he knocks McCaffrey down more often than McCaffrey would break the tackle. I don't know. We'll have to see. They're calling it ball carrier balance. Hopefully it is actually balanced and it's not just super glitchy and in favor of the offense. We'll see. We will see. Like I keep saying, we will see. And then there's one more tab. It's just the game modes tab. That's a good picture of McCaffrey. So we've got Ultimate Team. I'm not going to go over this too much because I don't play Ultimate Team. But quickly, it's build the Ultimate Football roster with more customization options that simplify lineup adjustments and include new challenge types, solo seasons, fresh playbook content, every update, collect rewards, yada yada yada. I don't really play that. I don't care. If you play that, totally fine. I don't play that though. Franchise. Recharge franchise mode updates on all the new consoles provide a rebuild NFL draft experience featuring Roger Goodell, team and rookie records. This is one that I'm really confused about and really excited about. Team and rookie records. I do like records. Records are really cool to me. So the fact that we can maybe track them even more is good. I'm very curious to see how this plays or how this looks. New environments, personalized storylines, more ways to customize your NFL team and season, a fresh Super Bowl celebration, all the stuff that we talked about previously. Very excited about franchise. I hope it actually lives up to all this hype they're giving it. Superstar, we talked about that. Show the world what you're made of in an action-packed and unique player-driven mode. They say that every year. Customize your avatar. To what extent? I don't know. Probably not much more different than the customization you've had in previous Maddens for Superstar mode. The league show off in Showdown and collect rewards in year-round live events. So they're going to keep Superstar mode alive in year-round live events. How's that going to work? Is that going to be cool? Are you going to get good rewards for it? Or is it just not going to really matter if you do it or not? They're probably going to give you XP and maybe some stuff to go into the yard with. Probably not anything too crazy. Online head-to-head, I'm not going to cover this because I don't play online head-to-head. So if you want to read it, go to the EA website and you can deep dive yourself with the stuff that you care about. But that is going to be it. That's all the stuff that we have to talk about. That's all three of the little tabs there. I don't think there's any other news here. Yeah, see, there's nothing else I don't think that we've missed. So that's it. That's it for the reveal trailer and the blog. My final thoughts are how they always are at this point when we get the Madden reveal trailer and when we are very close to the release of Madden. It looks good on paper. The reveal trailer is nice. It's wonderful. It looks good. The animations look crispy. The gameplay looks good. The face scans are cool. All the stuff they're talking about is good. But how is it going to work in the game? How is it going to work in April, in February, in March? Are we still going to be having a good time with the game? Is it going to be dead by then? Or are the animations going to be good enough? Is franchise mode going to be revived? Is Superstar mode going to be replayable multiple different times? Or is it going to just be the same thing over and over again, and then you lose your storylines after the first season, after your rookie year, and then it's boring after that? I'm cautious. I always am at this point. Madden and EA Sports have burned this into me. They've burned this cynical nature into me where I always go in to a new Madden cycle nowadays with a very, 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 very low expectation so that when it sucks, and it most likely will, I'm not disappointed as much. Yes, I'm angry because I want the game to be good and I know the game can be good, but I'm not disappointed as much because I expected this. I'm not shocked. But if it ends up being better than expected or actually playable and actually really good in the long run, then I get super excited because, I didn't think this was going to be near as good, and it is. So my expectations were low, and then it ends up being good, so I get super excited. But if they're low at the start and it ends up sucking like it probably will, then I'm not as let down. I don't have to fall as far from being let down. So that's just me, though. That's me personally. I am a cynic at the end of the day, so I understand that's not the right mindset to be in, but if you've played Madden as long as I have, and you know the glory days back on the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, you know the glory days, and obviously all the Xbox 360 and all that stuff. But I was a PlayStation kid. If you know the glory days, you know what Madden could be. and you know what Madden has become in the past, or in the past couple of years, and what we've had recently, then it's hard not to be a cynic, at least for me. So if you guys have an open mind about it, perfectly. I do have an open mind about it, but I just, in the back of my head, I know that the game is not going to be good. But I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong. So that is the trailer. That is the blog post. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. What are your thoughts on Madden 25? Are you excited for it? Are you concerned like me? Do you have your hesitations, your reservations about it? Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.